Hello, it's Tamara Hunter, and today is day number 58 of 365 days of awesome. Celebrate success through service. And today we have as our service hero one of my coaches and mentors, Allison Larsen. I am so excited. Welcome, Allison.
Thank you, Tamara. So glad to be here.
This woman is a Renaissance woman. I mean, and she actually does wear hero right here on her heart. She does so much for so many. In fact, I already see that we have people showing up, and we already have people saying things that I actually can bring the comments up. Let's see here. I learned something new yesterday, but I'm going to have you say hello.
Well, hello, everybody. And Tamara, I have to say you look fabulous. I love your background and your microphone there and everything. So um,
Oh,
such
thank
such
you.
an honor to be here and to be on your show. And I've been following you for 58 days and more on your service hero journey. And I am absolutely honored to be one of your service heroes. I'm in fabulous company for that. You've had some amazing people on your show. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you. I want to show that I'm excited about the fact that we have our names on here. Yesterday's service hero actually spent some time with me after the show and kind of coached me a little bit. So a shout out to David. That thank you. Now I need to shout out to you appropriately because this idea of the service hero is not mine alone. You actually helped me come up with this idea, didn't you?
Well, I did, but you're the one who ran with it. So it was ideas are only as good as implementation. So, I always picture in my mind like a little light bulb, and you can get a little light bulb, but to really make it a big light bulb, you have to have some action and some implementation. So, we did collaborate and come up with this idea together, but you're the one that's made it happen. So, really, really proud of you.
Well, thank you. I actually wanted to say thank you for the idea because it's been so much fun. And I think that a lot of people are getting a lot out of it. I was talking to some of the buddies yesterday from the Chemo Buddies for Life,
Yeah.
and they are loving it.
Good. Well, I'm so glad. One thing, Tamara, a while ago, I was feeling really depressed and sorry for myself. And I was really spent some time in prayer meditation thinking, what can I do so that I don't have this? I didn't like how I was feeling. I was feeling sorry for myself. I was feeling depressed. And the one thought that came to my mind, and I've been told this since I was little, but if you feel sad, serve. And so I actually looked up and found a local group that was a food bank. And I started going in and serving once a week. And it's amazing how my attitude turned around. Instead of focusing on me, I was going and serving these people who didn't even have food to eat. And some of the people that I was serving with, they were the ones that were receiving the food, but they wanted to give back. And it was just such a great feeling to know that I was adding in some way, some small way, to helping somebody have a better day or helping somebody to not go hungry. And so I love what you're doing because I think it's when we focus on service that we find the greatest happiness. And so you are bringing happiness and joy to people's lives. And not only that, but you're recognizing people who are doing good in the world. And I know that's not why they're doing it, but it does feel good to be recognized for the service we do.
Well, I'm glad that you shared that. Thank you very much. In fact, I saw the pictures of you guys in Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
and you had a little crew of yourself and some of our friends
Mhm.
there serving. I wished I was there. You know, that magic carpet that could have taken me over there and
Right?
served
You
with
want
you
to drive to
guys.
Phoenix every week to serve? Or, just kidding. I'm sure there's plenty of opportunities in your own backyard. But yeah, that's another key to the service too. And really for a long time I've been focusing, or I'll spotlight people on my show. I'll help people that are serving the world and help them get their message out. But it's been so long since I actually went and did a hands-on and really got in the front line of service and sat down with the people who were needing the service. And that makes a big difference. And two, like you mentioned, it was really fun to just put a message out to some of the other influencers and people that I knew were really service oriented leaders in the community and say, hey, you want to come join me and do this? And to see the response of the people that came out and and the brotherhood or sisterhood of serving together. That's another thing that really helped me get over my sadness or my depression, is feeling and seeing all these people that were willing to come out and serve.
Well, there's some really generous people that are in your circle that you have now opened up to me, and thank you very much.
Yeah.
They're amazing, and I'm privileged to call many of them friends. I want to talk about what it is that you do, and because you are, to me, you're an example that anything is possible, and the fact that you were having a down day, I think that says to all of us that never judge the book by its cover, because here, looking at you and everything you're doing, you'd wonder why you were having a bad day, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Well, life does get hard, and it's really interesting, especially when you're working on growing, when you're pushing yourself to be better. It's hard. You're going to run into obstacles. There are going to be hard things that happen. There's going to be people that don't treat you nicely. There's going to be, I mean, all these things are going to happen, but it's really how you react to it. I always like to compare emotions like surfing, right? When you're out in the ocean surfing, I just got back from a family vacation to San Diego, so I saw lots of surfers. Emotions are like waves. You can't stop them from coming, but you can choose which ones to ride. And so there were some mornings that, when I was really expanding and pushing myself to grow, that honestly, I woke up and I just wanted to lay in bed and cry. And I thought, well, I have two choices today. I can, one, either lay in bed and feel sorry for myself, or I can get up and change the world. And every single morning, I made the choice to get up and change the world. And you know what? Maybe somebody says, well, today I'm going to lay in bed and cry. And that's okay, because there's always tomorrow. But you need to say, hey, I want to get up and change the world. And I think you're exactly right. You should never judge somebody else. Oftentimes, it's the people that are serving the most and really seem to have it all put together are the ones that really worked hard to get there. And they've got some stuff going on in their life. So I would say, just remember that you're going to have those bad days, but choose which waves to ride, and ride the waves of happiness and of fulfillment and service. So, and Donna, thank you. I just saw Donna's comment on here. Donna's one of the angels that came out and is has served with me out in that food bank out there. So I love you, Donna. You're amazing. So.
and then we have Sharon. She's one of our buddies.
Hey,
She
Sharon.
thinks you're fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then let's see, we have another one.
Oh, Shannon. Hey, Shannon.
Shannon. Yeah.
Awesome. All these people on here are so awesome. I mean, these are all the people that are commenting and listening to this are the people that are the service heroes in the world. So I love to see all these comments and hear all these people that are doing so many good things in the world.
And Hartman, do you know him? He's actually a boat captain that I met down at David Van Hoos's event, and he's affecting the world.
Great. Well, maybe I did. Because I was down there at that event with you. So maybe
he was. That's where I met him.
I'm sure.
And then we've got actually Christina is from New York. She's one of our service heroes, and she's an amazing person. I need you guys to meet her.
Well, you should connect us so that I get to know her while I'm there in New York.
Yeah. Oh yes, that's right, Christina. Allison is going to be traveling to New York, so we'll connect you. Absolutely. Good. I want to talk a little bit about your background. Why don't you tell us about soul intuition and then kind of bring us through your history?
Yeah, it's really interesting, Tamara. I'm a mom from Idaho, so I grew up. I mean, I've spent the past 15 years before I moved to Phoenix in a town that has like 5,000 people in it, And I'm a mother of four. I got married very, very young. I had all four of my kids by the time I was just barely 26. So I'm the mother of four teenagers now, which has been fabulous. But during this journey, I actually got into being an entrepreneur because my husband at the time in 2008 worked in construction, and we had just built a house to flip. And we didn't have enough money to make ends meet when the economy failed. And so I went to work and fell in love with being an entrepreneur. And it took me on a journey through being a personal trainer. And then I found that there were some things that I wanted to do more. And I became a foot reflexologist and brought foot zoning to the nation. And I loved doing that. But after about 3 years, I was tired of the feet. So I was teaching the same points on the feet along with some different life coaching tools. And I really liked the speaking part of it. I liked the life coaching tools. So I thought, I really want to become a speaker, and I want to speak on some of these life coaching tools and some of these things that I've learned that are changing people's lives. And so I was looking for a mentor to help me grow in that space because I was pretty well known in the foot zone space, but nobody else knew me. I was known as the foot lady. and and that's when I got an invitation to a mastermind. It's interesting. I've always used my intuition. You'll see here a picture of Soul Intuition, which is my brand now. But when I got this email to go to a mastermind down in Utah, and I was living in Idaho, my intuition told me, you have to go. And it was the next day, and I drove 5 hours down, and there was a gentleman putting on the mastermind, and what he said really resonated with me. But he had worked for guerrilla marketing, and he'd owned a PR firm in Beverly here, and I'm way. But over the next few weeks and few months, every time I pondered or thought about it, my intuition just kept telling me, work with this guy. So finally I called him one day out of the blue and I said, I want to work with you. I'm ready. I have the payment and everything. I think he was blown away. But once I started working with him, he helped me go from a reach of 2,000 a month to 2 million a month in just 9 short months. I wrote a book. He helped me come up with the brand Soul Intuition. I wrote a book about that. I got my own TV show. I got my own radio show and then radio channel. And it felt so good to take this message that I had and reach masses of people with it and change millions of lives. I'm passionate. And so I actually help my clients through Speakers Coalition and through what I do connect with stages, TV, radio, events, and media that help them be able to reach the masses. So I'm absolutely message you have and what you've developed is so needed. I mean, it is safe every time you go connected through somebody else. Every time I see you out there sharing that message, it just warms my heart. And maybe it's a selfish thing. Oh, there's us on the beach in Florida. Maybe it's a selfish thing that I just get this really great feeling. But every time I see you just, changing the world, I get such this proud moment of, maybe I played a small part in that. So anyway, that's what I love to help people do. And I have to tell a real quick story about that picture on the beach.
Oh,
You and I were
okay.
in Florida, and we had to meet because we wanted to do a session, and neither of us had ever been to that Clearwater beach. And I'm like, Tamara, let's not meet in the hotel. Let's actually go meet on the beach. And I don't know if you did, but I felt so inspired there on the white sand beaches in Florida. And I think we came up with a couple of really fabulous ideas there. So that was really fun.
We sure did. It was one of those aha moments in so many different ways. Let's see. I'm going to bring up. We have Ellie saying hi.
Hey, how are you?
She is with the Mommy Masters, and we saw her in Florida. Met her in Florida.
Yes, I love Ellie. She's amazing.
Yes, she's one of our service heroes. Okay, so I'm having fun learning all these new things. Okay, I want to talk about this. Let's see. You have a magazine even. I mean, what aren't you doing?
Well, Terrell Owens, I put out a magazine that features speakers in there, and that goes out to all my event organizers. So I put different people's headshots and on there, some of my speakers. This last girl on the cover, and inside we featured some women that are making difference in the speaking world, and you were in there. So that was really great to do too. But again, just it's all about it's not about who you know, it's about who knows who you want to know. So it's about connecting with the right people, getting your name out there, and this is one way that I help my speakers be able to do that.
I love it, and thank you for what you do. One thing I want to really highlight also is that you are really big about allowing people to brag about themselves. You do it at the
Yes.
beginning, but I want you to brag about your stuff. I want to hear you. Now that you've had this chance to bring us through, and you've been so nice about what I'm doing, but I want to hear something really, as you say, a precious nugget, a nugget that would let us know who Allison really is, and something really cool.
Oh gosh, thank you for allowing me this opportunity. Really, my proudest moments and my favorite moments are watching my clients shine, and watching them reach masses of people. And some of my moments that I would brag about them, I'll never forget. I had one lady at a workshop that I was teaching and speaking at, and she came up to me afterwards and she said, it was a multiple day workshop. She said, you have saved my marriage, you've saved my life, and you've given me hope again, and I want you to know that. And of course, it's not me, it's the tools that I'm teaching, but it's those moments that I'm the proudest of. The most important thing to me, and it's not this way for everybody, and actually I've had to balance this out with making my business sustainable, but the most important thing to me are relationships. And at the end of the day, when you have nothing left, you have your relationships and you have your integrity. So I'm proud to say that I keep my word. And when I say something, I do it, if at all humanly possible. There's things like family illnesses or accidents or something that can always come up. But I have my integrity and I have my relationships. And I absolutely love the people who I serve. And that's my bragging moment.
Well, I think that all the people that you serve and that you coach and that you work with through the Speakers Coalition, everybody, they just love you. I mean, that's what I hear all the time. So, and today I was spreading the love with Eric Zuley and his group, and because they get up early, and it was just this love fest. And when I mentioned that I was going to be highlighting you, oh, I mean, that's why some of them are here. They were like, oh, okay, well, that makes total sense. I'm going
Well,
to be there.
and what a great group. And Eric's so great. He is the reason why I have my radio show. He's the reason why I have the radio channel on Voice America. He's connected me with just these amazing, influential people. And he has such a big heart and is so generous. And, it really is all about that. And in this industry, or I think in anything in life, it comes down to two things. You can be in that fear mode, and that's the mode where you start thinking, you start being afraid that you're going to lose a relationship, or you're afraid somebody's going to steal a client from you, or you're afraid that you're going to say something or do something wrong. And that fear, man, it sucks the life out of people. It sucks the life out of business. But if you can just have that big heart and just love people and just have that pure intention with love, it doesn't mean that everybody's going to. It puts you in that position where you can just serve people, and ultimately it brings you the greatest joy and happiness. So yeah, Eric's one of those guys that definitely steps into that love and is all about giving, serving, and sharing.
Absolutely. And so are you. So today's super service hero. You're getting an extra S in there.
I love
For
it.
day number 58, we are closing the day now. So thank you for being our service hero, Allison Larsen, and thank you for all that you do for all of us. You are truly an example of what service is all about. So we have just celebrated 365 days of awesome. Celebrate success through service.
Love it.
And
Love you,
as
Sarah.
Yeah, I love you too. And and those that are watching, remember to go out and serve today. It can be a very small act that can make a big difference in someone's life. All right, see you tomorrow. And see you soon too. And I'll connect you with Christina.
Thank you.
Bye.